adventure. Now the monkeys are smart, just like Stephen Hawking, and they review movies, sometimes praising, sometimes mocking.
There are films that we love.
There are films that we hate.
So you can get reviews from a brilliant primate. They're addicted to movies. They're a couple of film junkies. Is it bad or is it groovy? Ask the Cinemonkeys.
Hey everybody, Sprocket the Cinemonkey here. We've had a bit of a proverbial monkey thrown into the wrench or whatever this week, as my buddy Zoom has lost his voice, which means we won't be able to do our Worst Films of 2017 episode as originally planned. Zoom was all set to do the episode, but somebody walked up behind him and whacked him in the larynx with a baton. So instead, I'm going to review the new release, I, Tonya. I, Tonya is the story of infamous Olympic figure skater Tonya Harding, who of course is best remembered for the scandal involving her ex-husband Jeff Gillooly planning an attack on rival figure skater Nancy Kerrigan.
Everyone has their own truth.
Most people who remember these events tend to think of Harding as a whiny white trash villain, but the real story is a lot more complicated than that. And the real achievement of director Craig Gillespie's film is to make us empathize with Tonya and think of her as a person in a way we didn't before. Margot Robbie, who most moviegoers know as the only part of Suicide Squad that they liked, plays Tonya Harding wonderfully, in a funny and touching performance that shows she's far more than just Hollywood's pretty face of the moment. In fact, one of the stretches of the role is that Robbie has to downplay her movie star looks as part of the premise that Tonya Harding was disliked by the figure skating establishment for not projecting an image that fit their princess stereotype. Margot Robbie, on the other hand, has been banned from Disneyland for making the princesses feel bad about themselves. But this works far better than we might expect, and Robbie is well deserving of the Oscar buzz she's getting, as is Allison Janney in a hilarious and heartrending performance as Tonya's dysfunctional mother, Lavana Gold. Sebastian Stan is also very good as Gillooly, but please resist the temptation to look at them as Harley Quinn shacked up with the Winter Soldier. That's just mixing too many universes. Screenwriter Stephen Rogers, who is not Captain America, has done great work here, mixing biting satire with poignant drama. The film is structured as a mix between traditional narrative, mockumentary-style interviews, and breaking the fourth wall and talking to the camera in a way that existed long before Ryan Reynolds ever did it, so stop accusing it of ripping off Deadpool. If the film has weak spots, it's that the relatively low budget makes the Olympics seem smaller and less grand than they are, and it oversimplifies the dual nature of figure skating as both sport and art to make its point that Tonya Harding didn't get a fair shake. Now, that's a point worth making, but the reality is that presentation in skating is about more than creating a princessy image. It's about skating a fluid and refined program, and Tonya Harding struggled with that, despite being an excellent athlete and jumper, much like legendary Canadian men's champion, world champion, and Olympic silver medalist Elvis Stoico. That's right. We can be insufferable know-it-alls about other things besides movies. Despite those issues, I found I, Tonya to be a very good film. In fact, I give it 3.5 bananas out of 4. See? Well, that's it for this week. Hopefully next week Zoom will be feeling better, and we can get to our worst films of 2017 list. Or maybe we'll just get a jump start on the worst films of 2018 by reviewing the new Liam Neeson thriller, The Commuter. Yeah, I know, it's not fair, I haven't seen it yet, but really, when was the last time you saw Liam in a really good movie? Oh, Oscar Schindler, what has happened to you? Oh, I'm so depressed.